Hello, I hope you can see me well. Well, this is another transmission. YouTube is sending me stuff here. Okay, here we are. Usually do videos, and most of the interviews that I have been invited. They are in Spanish, and I've been working very hard to put the subtitles, but it's very hard. It's not very clear. When I think in Spanish, and then I do the translation. So I don't know how this is going to be, but I have to do this because I promised to do this for you guys. I did this video before in Spanish, and it's a very important topic. Why is it very important for me to say this? This is important for me to connect with the people and to help those like me, healers, therapists in the holistic world, to connect with people. Why? Why this is so important? Because nowadays times have changed and times are changing very fast. So a lot of people, let's say, not everyone, a lot of people is seeking refuge, advice, healing in the holistic world, in the spirituality. And holistic therapies have gained a lot of importance lately. Many people choose holistic approach to their problems, to their illnesses, to their emotional problems, to their life, seeking for counseling, seeking for healing. And so that's beautiful. But there are many things that have to be taken into consideration in order to choose the right modality for you. And behind the right modality, there is the right therapist for you. I have to say that in my 20 plus years of experience with healing, shamanism, healing techniques, counseling, kind of coaching, because I've been also doing a little bit of that there are many misconceptions. There are ideas that people have, because of course this is quite new, and sometimes people gets disappointed. So this video, this discussion, it's aiming to help you, the client, the patient, let's say, to choose wisely and to choose with conviction and with no fear and no misconceptions what therapy is the best for you and what is the therapist that you would like to put your heart in his or her hands. So this is very important before we talk about other stuff that hopefully I will speak in the future. I was supposed to do this video long ago, but unfortunately in previous videos, I mentioned a few things that are not in tune with this community. So they have canceled me for a while. I've been naughty. I said things that I shouldn't have said. Well, they told me, you go to the dark room for a while. So I stayed in the dark room for a while. It took me so long. It's not because I didn't want to do this. I'm supposed to do this. This is part of my path, part of my mission, to be a communicator in between the world of the dead and the world of the living, and to give the best of me to humanity. But I said something that I had no idea. It wasn't supposed to be said. So I am going to be very careful when I say things, and I will leave some things and you will read in between the lines. Very good. We have to start. Healing, it's being used nowadays more and more and more. In the past, I used to say that healing, holistic therapies, spirituality in itself was the last line of defense. Nowadays, it is not like that. Sometimes it's the first line. People is choosing, for some reason, to consult first a therapist in a holistic modality instead of going to the doctor. Only God knows beautiful, and they are very. I have been using doctors my whole life, but some people is choosing that because that's what they feel. So I want to help you to choose wisely, as I said, and do the right decision. So when you decide, okay, I want to see a therapist, a holistic therapist, I want to do healing. I have my notes here done by myself. I'm going to be following my own writing here because I don't want to forget about anything because this is very important. Today you say, okay, I want to see a therapist and I want to receive healing. I have heard that this and this friend have been seeing a therapist, a healing. They have been doing different healing modalities and they are feeling well and they are feeling empowered and they are feeling motivated and they are feeling enlightened. I want to try. I want to know how it feels. I want to feel the same way they feel. So you're going to make a first step. What is that first step for a wise decision? You have to sit down and think, what is it that you want to heal? What is it that I want to heal? Do I want to heal physically? Do I want to heal emotionally? Do I want to feel my relationships? Do I want to heal the decisions that I make? Do I want to heal my life? Do I want to heal my fears? Do I want to heal my house? Do I want to heal my pets? Do I want to heal my children's? What do I want to heal? So when you know exactly what do you want, because I have received people that come and see me and say, hello, good morning, good afternoon. Okay, why are we here today? And they say, I don't know. Sometimes they really don't know. They come to see me because they had good references. Or sometimes they say don't know because they are shy. Or sometimes they expect me to navigate through different variety of experiences that I have on people like them, so I can help them, remove that shyness and that doubt and fear, and maybe they feel intimidated by the experience. I don't know. So you have to have clear what is it that you want to heal. What is it that you want to heal? The above mentioned, the things that I just said. When you have very clear what is it that you want to heal, change, modify, remove your doubts about, um, clear or completely remove from your life, then when you have that clear, you can write down questions in your mobile, in a piece of paper, and you say, okay, I want to deal with my emotions. I want to deal with procrastination. Why do I always procrastinate? I want to deal with my fears. Why do I have fear of darkness? Why do I have fear of death? Why do I have fear that I'm never going to find my better half? Why are my relationships always complicated? Why do I always have conflict with when I have to find a partner? Why every time I date someone, I don't know, the things start well and then sooner or later it ends up in a mess. I want to heal my sleep. I want to heal my smoke. I want to quit smoking. I want to quit drinking. There are many things that you can heal with a holistic therapist. I want to align myself for those who are already into spirituality. Okay, I want to do an alignment. I want to raise my frequency. I want to heal my chakras. I don't want to have negative thoughts. Why I'm always being negative to everything that comes to my life. I want to embrace creation. I don't know. Because we have people who is average people who never stepped into spirituality, and we also have those who do spiritual practices and they come for healing, for extra healing. People who do meditation, people who have been in a retreat somewhere, people who have done the vipassana, people who have done ayahuasca, people who have done DMT, or people who has been going to meetings for meditations, and so on and so on. We have a variety of people who want to choose to seek for healing. So step number one, you must have very clear what is it that you want to heal. What is it that you want to heal? Write it down. Be honest with yourself. Write it down. Everything. After you have that, step number two, seek for advice. You have to understand that there are many modalities in this world. I always say the same. There are modalities as grains of sand that are in the desert. Nowadays, there are many hundreds of healing modalities, but not all of them are for you or to deal with the issue or the change that you want to do in your life, or to heal the problem or the emotional issue that you have. They are not all for that issue, and not all of them are for you. Some people say, oh, I have done yoga and it's amazing. And I have heard people say, I have done yoga and it's not good for me. Some people have done meditations and they are fantastic. And some people have done meditations and nothing happened, or they don't like it, or they feel uncomfortable. Some people has gone to hypnosis, different type of hypnosis, because we also have, in each modality, we have varieties. We have different schools of approach. Some people have gone to receive hypnosis and they don't like it. And maybe they try another technique of hypnosis and they love it. So you will have to research. Thanks God, today we have navigators, we have browsers, and you can search therapies, techniques to heal this and this and that. You can also use the wisest one, the most common one, the word of mouth. Ask to your friends, listen, my dear, how are you? I remember you told me that you went to a hypnotherapist and you were very happy, satisfied, and it helped you a lot. What's her name? How was the session? How is that person? A she or a he? How was the session? What happened there? How did you feel? How is the approach? You understand? How is the place? What kind of person is that? Did you feel comfortable? You can do that. And you can read comments online about many healers and therapists that are nowadays online. Nowadays, more and more healers and therapists are on platforms that I will not say the name, platforms, and they speak and they talk, and you can read about them, or you can see the comments of their clients and what people say. Some people say wonderful things. It's because it resonated with them. There is a communion in the energy of the two people. The clients felt comfortable with that person. And sometimes it happens that you will see comments that are not so positive. It's because it didn't flow. It's chemistry. It is basically chemistry. You like it or you don't. You don't have to like the person that helped your friend. No. Maybe you don't like the face, you don't like the way they talk, the way they move, the approach they have on the healing. Maybe it's not what you're looking for. That's why you need to seek for advice. That's why you need to ask. And maybe you can also send a message to the healer before. Don't just go there because it was good for someone else. Just write an email. Hello, good morning. I am Anima, and I would like to receive a session with you. But first, I need to know this and this and this. I want to heal this. How would you do it? How is your session? What is your approach? Perhaps we can meet for a brief discussion. Perhaps you can tell me on this email how is your approach? How do you deal with this? What kind of techniques do you use? So you know. And then you don't go there and you leave disappointed. Inform yourself. There is information everywhere about the techniques and the therapists, because people goes viral, goes online. If you don't find information about that person, well, you send a message before, make a phone call, listen to their voice, listen to the way they talk, the way they express themselves, the way they articulate their words. If that is what you like, if you feel comfortable with the conversation. The same way that sometimes you go to a party and someone introduces you to someone else and you just feel that I like that person. I like that person. Well, the same connection, you have to find it with your therapist, because it's very important. Because healing is energy, you have to be open and you have to feel comfortable for that energy that you have around you and your mental state to flow. Otherwise, you're going to go there, you're going to pay, nothing is going to happen, and then you're going to leave complaining that you didn't receive what you were looking for. Yes, maybe you did receive what you paid for, but you didn't like it. And if you don't like it, perhaps it doesn't make any effect in you later. You will not see the healing because you are all the time uncomfortable sitting there. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this healing. I don't like this person. I feel uncomfortable. So from the moment you put the conscious barrier, nothing is going to come here. Nothing is going to happen here. Nothing is going to happen at all. So that's a very, this shouldn't be taken mildly. Like I'm going to do healing because it's fashion, because it's in the mouth of everyone. Oh, the healing. Nowadays, everybody's doing healing. No, healing must be approached with responsibility and criteria. And you should question your motives and you should question everything about that modality and about the healer before you go there and you pay for the service. This needs to be done with responsibility. It's in the end, it's your healing, is your life, your well-being, and sometimes even your future at stake. Don't put it into the hands of someone that from second number one, you don't like the person. This, not because it's healing, it should be taken, as I said before, mildly. Like, it's healing, it's healing, I disregard it, I just go there, pay, have fun, spend some money that I have extra in healing. No. Or just because it's fashion, everybody's doing healing, meditation, and I want to get into that world, of meditation and healing and gatherings and meditations and retreats. And don't do it like that. Don't throw your money and don't not compromise your energy in places or in situations that then you're going to regret. Do it responsibly. What is it that I want to heal? This. Write it down. Okay, now I'm going to search for the right modality. You search, you find what you think is best. When you find it, find more information about the healer, about the therapist. Who is that person? Who is that person? See if the person has videos in social media, platforms like this, other platforms where people speak. Try to contact people who has been receiving sessions from that person. Do it with responsibility, not because it's healing is not important. It's not less important than science or a doctor. It's equally important. Sometimes it's even more important. Do it responsibly so you will avoid headaches later. Point number 3 that I wrote in my list that I have here. you have to also check that the technique that you are going to receive does not contradict your beliefs, your belief system, nor the therapy, neither the therapist. For example, I have to give examples because it's the best way to explain. You are a very devoted from a certain religion, but someone advised you that that shaman or Tibetan bowl monk is making miracles in people's lives. And then there you go, because a friend of a friend of a friend. Because it's fashion, all the monks, the Tibet, that those words are very in fashion today. Then you go there and then you start questioning, what the hell am I doing here? Because this contradicts and questions everything that I have ever known from my own religion, from my own belief system, what my parents told me. This is not for me. So, what is your belief system? What do you believe in? What things are you ready to compromise to get your healing? What things you say no? I will not go against the word of my God. I am not going to go against the words of my sacred book. Each religion has a book. I'm not going to go against that. And these people is preaching something that I do not agree with. Then do not go. Let's say that to receive healing, you have to be very open-minded. You need to start thinking out of the box, because if you see and you're honest with yourself and you see that everything you believed in and all the practices you did and all the doctors that you visited have no effect on you, I think it would be wise for a while to change the way you see the things, to change your approach. Jump out of the box and give it a try. Because if everything you have believed in, everything you have done, everything you have prayed for, every doctor that you have seen, all the conventional stuff have not helped you, then I think it's time to reevaluate that basis and give it a try. Maybe it's going to surprise you what you can find out in healing. In a couple of bowls, Tibetan bowls, a small session of sound healing, you have no idea how healing they are. Why? Because they are frequency, they are resonance, and that's what you. Well, that is what you're made of: frequency, resonance, light. I suggest you to be open-minded and do it for yourself, and you give it a try. But when you go there, be open-minded. You don't have to believe in what they believe. They don't have to allow them to change the way you think, unless when you go there, you start thinking, start practicing, then you start going, and maybe one day you are part of the group. You never know. You have to be open-minded because it's healing. It's not written in a book. It's not science. The approach you need to have is different. Go with open-minded mentality. Don't go there just to criticize or trying to defy them or argue with them what they believe in, because they have it very clear. They have it very clear. These people, healers, they have it very clear. That's why they dedicate their lives to give healing to others. They have gone through all the questions they can possibly do to themselves. They have gone through a very, sometimes, like in my case, rough path, difficult, because of what they believed in, and nobody believed in them, or nobody believed in what they believed. So don't question yourself. You don't have to be part of them. You don't have to believe in what they believed. You just need to go there and give it a try. Think out of the box, and perhaps it's going to surprise you. Use the word of mouth. Ask people around. Something very important. the fear. Look for a technique that doesn't make you feel fear. Because fear is not going to help you at all. When you feel fear, that is the lowest frequency that exists. Your mind goes very low in frequency, in energy, in vibration. You're not comfortable there. You're fearful that something is going to happen. And sometimes you come out of the session in a worse condition than when you got there. Don't go if it makes you feel fear. If you don't like what people tell you about the place. Oh, they put the lights down and they put mantras, and you say, I know, I don't like that. What is that? The lights down and mantras and singing, and no, I don't like that. Then don't go. But it was good for my sister, for my friend, for my cousin, but it's them. Don't go there just because it was good for others. Consider it. And if you think that you can go there and enjoy and rejoice yourself with something new, then go. But if you already have fear, okay, don't go, or look for more information. Try to demystify what is it that is here that is not allowing you to just sit there and meditate for half an hour, to receive the music of Tibetan bowls, to receive a mantra from someone, to receive a sentence, a prayer, a healing, some smoking yourself. Oh no, smoke, God forbid. No, that goes against my religion. You don't have to be part of what they believe in. You don't have to become a shaman tomorrow. You just go there to align yourself, to clear what's around. Because perhaps your religion, your belief system, does not have the platform to offer you the healing that you're looking for and that you need. Sometimes you need more than prayer and words. Sometimes you need some action. Sometimes you need things to be done in you so you can clear yourself, because you cannot do it yourself. Some religions don't teach how to clear ourselves, to balance our energy, to balance our chakras, the energy centers in our body. They don't. So look for alternatives. Do not stop believing in what you believe, because what you believe makes you happy and full and plenty. You don't need to quit that. Use this other thing as a means to an end, to receive the healing that you're looking for. You don't have to believe in them, become part of them. Just go there, have a positive attitude, be respectful, open yourself, and in that time, dedicate it to yourself to heal yourself. That's it. Then you leave, and then you'll see. We already spoke about having an interview, conversation with the therapist. And now, yes, we have to be very sure, you have to be very sure in which way that person is going to work with you. Okay, I go, you speak with the therapist, you send an email, anything, you chat with the person, and you say, okay, how are you going to work with me or in me? Do I have to lay down? Do I have to kneel? Do I have to sit? How is your session? How do you proceed? What is going to happen in a session? Ask them. Because maybe the room is too small, you have to lay down, and maybe you're claustrophobic, and then you tell the person, no, I cannot sit there, I cannot be there. Why? This is the way we work. Yes, but I am claustrophobic, I don't like to be in these places too small, or I don't like to lay down in the bed because I cannot control what you're going to do. What is it that you're going to do? No, you have to find out in advance. Ask all the questions, because you have the right to ask all the questions that you need in order to make a decision. Then ask. And then you go there knowing what is it that you're going to find. Also, find out very clearly, the method for payment, for exchange. the fee, how much is going to be? How is the payment? Is it cash? Is it by card? Some people don't have a fee. They ask you, okay, you can bring whatever you can afford, by your own will. Okay, you leave there some money. Or you can take something instead, a book, fruits, a cake, I don't know, some goods, some stuff, like a bartering, like an exchange. Some people don't charge, believe me. I am one of them. I sometimes ask people, I'm not going to charge you for this. Just leave something there as an exchange. I give you, you give me, but I'm not going to put you a fee. Leave something there. Show the will of receiving, because that is very important. And I will give you the best of me. Not for all the sessions that I give, I charge. This is the way I am. But you must have very clear the price, the cost of the session, how long it's going to be, and how it is going to be, what is going to happen there. And see if you can pay it, because you're not going to get there and say after the session, no, I don't have cash today. Can I pay you tomorrow? Can I send you by this platform? I can transfer my... No, don't do that. Don't do that. You clear right before you go, the amount, and you pay when you get there. You will pay according to what the therapist asks you to pay. Follow the instructions. Don't do whatever you want, and do not try to take advantage of a healer just because he's a healer, because the person did not do the medicine university and is not a doctor. The person is less, but you still go there trying to look for solutions to your problems just in case. No, don't do that. Be honest, be honest. So follow the instructions, the way that therapist works. How is the payment? Is cash? Is it transferred before the session? Also make sure how is the cancellation system. If you can cancel 24 hours or it's before, maybe for a cancellation, you need to cancel 2 days in advance, 24 hours in advance, a few hours in advance, because your place, maybe someone is waiting for it. Maybe someone is really wanting to go there, really in the need to see that therapist. And there you are questioning, am I going to go? What time is it? I know I'd rather go to the movies. I'm not going to go, and I'm not going to tell anything. Then the therapist is there waiting for you and you don't get there, or you get 1 hour late. If you're going to be late, send a message. I'm running late. Respect your time, your image, and the time of the healer. Because if you are too late, maybe someone else can take your place and you can rebook. You understand? Be respectful. Not because his healing is less, you completely displace it. No, it is work. For us, healers, it's work. And our time is very valuable. I'm not going to say time is money because I disagree with that. Time is energy that I'm spending here waiting for you while you are with your friends having a coffee. Say, I have a session, hypnosis and past life. I'm going to be late. Let's just tell me, what is it that you were telling me? Or I'm not going to go, but I'm not going to tell her because maybe she's going to be upset. No, you just give a call or send a message. This happened to me. And then you rebook. The money is not going to be given back to you because you didn't do it in the right way. So do it properly. Find the rules by which that healer works, and then you can do a proper cancellation and see if perhaps the money can be reimbursed, given back, or perhaps no. So if the money is not going to be given back, try to book another appointment and do the right thing. Don't be late. Okay. Well, you go there, you receive your session, and then You come out of there. This is just in the case. This is for the people who is not happy with their sessions. Many people go, receive sessions, and they are happy. They take the best out of it. They go back home, they sit, and they think, or they listen to their sessions. Some sessions are recorded. So you come out of there and you say, I think I didn't like it. I think I wasted my time. I think this is pointless. I think. That's the problem. You think too much instead of allowing yourself to feel. But it happens. It never happened to me. And let me tell you something. And this is why I told you from the beginning, you need to do your research. Not all the therapists, not all the techniques are for you. Some people resonate, feel better, is more in tune with a certain technique than with another technique. I will give you my case. Imagine I go to do the tarot. It doesn't work with me. It never did. Because my path is a little bit like this. So the tarot is going to tell you in a month, this is going to happen, in 2 months, in a week, and I see this and this. At this time in my life, I already know what works with me and what doesn't work with me. So it can also be that. It's not that the technique is bad. Maybe it's not for you. But you needed to try in order to see if it works for you or not. Isn't the same with everything. You go to a restaurant, you order a dish. Everybody speaks wonders about that grilled octopus, and you sit there and you try it, and it's disgusting for you. This dish is a this is a 5-fork restaurant, and people speak wonders about the chef. And then I'm going to go there, I'm going to spend good money in a good dinner. And I'm going to order the best wine. You try the food, and for you, it's disgusting. How many times it happened? How many times wonderful things for the masses are not good for you? Are you bad? Are you absolutely unhappy with everything? No, it's not for you. And if it's not for you, period. But the thing is that some things you first need to try. If you don't try, you don't know. Unfortunately, to try, you need to pay. Like with everything. With everything. Sometimes you have to pay. When you go to that restaurant that in the end you left unhappy. When you buy clothes online, you see the picture there. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that dress. You buy, you order it. The material is lousy. The size is not your size. Maybe the company makes small sizes, so your 36 is too small, or your extra large is too large, or your shoe 3.5 fits like a 5. Not because it's healing, we are all, and that happens, it means we are all charlatans. No, you have to find what is good for you. But if you do a good research, most probably you're going to be satisfied, or you are going to understand why, in the end, it didn't work the way you wanted it to work. And when that happens, I'm going to ask you, please, something. When you come out of a session and after a few days you think it didn't work, do not criticize in a bad way. Do not diminish, do not insult the healer or the technique. Because, as I said before, maybe it did not work with you, but it makes wonders in other people. As I said before, in my case, the tarot. Tarot can be amazing. Pranic healing can be amazing for some people. It never worked with me. And there are reasons. You have to find a reason. Then I found a reason why. Hypnosis from my experience, not everybody can be hypnotized. Why? Because not everybody allows with the mind the permission for me to go into their subconscious mind. Basically, everybody can be hypnotized, but it's up to the will and the cooperation of the person if I am going to be successful in the session or not. Then the person leaves and says, oh, this is not working. Hypnosis is just uh, another scam, another lie. These people, they are all the same. How did you get to the session? Which was your mindset? Which was your state of mind? Did you take some medicines before going? Did you drink too much alcohol the night before? If that's what you did, then of course the session is going to be complicated. And many people, they have instructions of what to do to prepare themselves for a certain session, for a certain technique, and they do the opposite. And they do the opposite. So, you know, when you leave the session and you think you don't like it or you think it didn't work, give it some time, because the effect of energy takes a few days to be felt. Not just start complaining 5 minutes. Oh, there's so much wind there. It's very windy because I live a few minutes from the beach. Sometimes the effect, the goodness, the benefits, you can see them after a few days. Do not criticize 5 minutes after you leave the session. Please give it some time, give it some thought, give it a chance. If you are not, this is a very important point. If you don't feel that at a certain point in the session you are uncomfortable, there's something that is being said or being done by the therapist that you don't like it, then stop it. Don't be the victim and stay there because you're shy or because you don't want to, look weird or be the weirdo, the weird one that is going to stop a session. No. Just say, excuse me, I don't like this. Can we change the method? Is there something that we can do? I don't like this. I want to leave. You are in control because you are the one paying for it. That maybe there's something you don't like. Maybe something happens and makes you uncomfortable. Just voice it, say it. Don't be there being the victim and then you go out and then you have a reason to say, this is horrible, I didn't like it. They did this and this and this to me. No, you are in control because you're paying. Say it. I don't like this. Why are we doing this? Is there another way we can do this work? And then if the therapist tells you, or the healer tells you, no, I'm sorry, this is the only way in which we work, then you say, okay, let's stop here. And maybe you can reimburse me 50%, 70%. I don't know. You will speak with the person. Or maybe there's no reimbursement. Or maybe you can talk about the session and next time you can implement something else. But don't stay there playing the victim. If you don't like it, say it. You have all the right to step up and leave, and say what you think. Sometimes in the sessions, there are certain sessions that you are being told things, especially if it's a psychic or you are going for a reading. Sometimes the psychic, the person who is doing a reading, tells you things that you didn't mention because you don't want them to know or anybody to know. Then the person tells you truths or situations or things that you don't want to know, you don't want to hear. I don't want this. Then don't go. If you're going to a psychic, chances are that the psychic, because it's a psychic, will see beyond your lies or your veil, or your shame. Some people don't want to talk about certain things from their past, but unfortunately, when you are doing a reading, when you are a psychic, when you are a healer, and you can see beyond, and spirit world or your connection or your higher self or the higher self of the client is giving you information I cannot disregard it, because what if that information that you are hiding is the key, crucial, material information for your healing? What if I see that the person is lying to me? I have a client many times, many times happened to me. I have a client in front of me that comes for a problem and tells me, I have this and this problem. Then I ask question, have you been doing this? Have you gone to this and this place? Have you said this and this? Have you done this and this? No, I haven't. Okay, then let's start the session. And then I start the session. And then I see that the person lied, that the person did something not very honorable, not very nice, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's saint here. Nobody is free of, of doing anything wrong. We're all humans. I'm not a holy, a holy person. I'm just a healer. I have done my good share of mistakes in my life. Maybe that's why I'm here trying to help you, because I know, because I have done it. And the person, sits there, and I have this information, and I have to tell the person. There are healers that they don't. There are healers that do, that they tell the person, listen, I am seeing this and this and this. What do you have to say about this? Let's talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it because I'm afraid, or it's a shame. Well, let's deal with that, because that thing that you're holding, that regret, that shame, that fear, is what is making you sick. It is what is not letting you sleep. It is what is pushing you to smoke. It is what is pushing you to drink. It is what is making you angry and bitter all the time. Let's talk about that. How do you know? Did you read my Facebook? No, I didn't. You came to see a psychic. You came for me for a reading. You came to me for a shamanic healing. We are working here with forces and energies beyond the human plane. So they allow me to see what they want me to see in you, so I can help you to deal with the issue that brought you here. I don't need your Facebook. Those who know me know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't go there. If you're going to go there lying and hiding a very valuable piece of information that, if you give it honestly, it can change your life. Because we have an oath that we are not supposed to share information. In fact, what you say to me here, I don't care. What I do care is to help you with that. It doesn't matter who you dated, who you bullied, I don't care. It's your life and it's your path, and it's you who have to deal with it. It's not me. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to ask you, stop, you're being a bad person. No, I'm not going to judge you. Those who know me as well know that I don't care. I do care to do my job, to do my part, to help you heal what you came here to heal. I'm not going to judge you. Who am I to tell you what is wrong, what is good, what is wrong? Because I am sure that if you did something, you had a reason to do that something. And who am I to come here after 15, 20 years after you did that, that is part of your past and it's a secret, coming here to tell you, I don't know you. How can I judge you if I don't know you? I cannot even sometimes judge myself. How can I judge you? So if you go to a healing session or a reading, be open. Speak your truth. Say what you want to change. Say it. And then I'm sure that the fact that you speak about the things that you so much fear to speak about with your family, with your partner, with your children, with your mother, with your father, when you put your heart to someone that is completely strange and does not care about you, and is not going to post what you said, and is not related to you in any way, the moment you speak, the moment you take it out of your chest, only in that moment, just in that moment, you are already healing. The moment you speak your truth, the moment you say something that maybe you had it here for 20 years, in that moment, your healing is starting. Some people come for a session, maybe a past life regression, and so we need to sit and talk. And they tell me part of their life. And sometimes I can feel, because that's what I do for a living. I feel and I see, and I tell them, okay, we have been here talking for 45 minutes. And the person tells me, I feel so good. Oh my goodness, I'm so relieved. I never spoke this with anyone. Because I cannot speak this with my husband. I cannot speak this with my wife. I cannot talk about this with my children because it will discredit me and I'm going to lose their respect. I cannot talk about this with my boss. I cannot, and I cannot. But here with you, I don't know you. And that's fantastic, because people tell sometimes their worst things to someone they don't know. And I don't know you, and I come here and I feel that I can talk to you about everything and anything that comes to my mind. And I feel so good. And my next question is, do you still want to carry on and do the session? Because sometimes what people need is just to talk. So I'm there to listen. I am not a psychotherapist, but I am a human, and I am a very humane human, let's say. I know the feelings of people. I know what pain is. I know what sorrow is. I know what abandonment is. I know what separation is. I know what segregation is. I know what is feeling sad. I know because I'm also human. And I don't forget my own experiences. So from that point of view, I can sit and understand you. I'm not going to cry with you. I'm not going to cry with you. I have a pack of tissues here because everybody cries. I'm not going to cry with you. Your problems are not mine, as my problems are not yours. Your problems, your issues, the things that you want to change are yours, and your path and your lesson. And you came here to change them, to improve them, to go through them, to learn lessons from that hardship in your life. But I'm here because you came to me to help you release the burden, to help you understand that what you're going through, we all go through that at some point of our lives. Some situations are more extreme than others. So when you go to a healer or a psychic, don't lie. You can hide something and pray that we don't find it, but don't lie. I cannot work over I cannot paint over a dirty piece of cloth. I need a clean piece of cloth to paint. So you need to be honest. If you're not going to be honest, then don't go. You can go to psychotherapy. You can go to doctor. You can go for depression medication and have a and go over it. So be honest, be clear. When you leave the session, do not criticize the healing that you have received. There's something very important as well, and it's the final, because it's almost 1 hour, and I promised myself I was going to do this for 1 hour, because I'm just testing this, because now YouTube has changed the studio, and I really don't know many things. I'm going to be learning, because I am not old, but I'm old school, So something very important I want to say, and it's a must. Your therapist, your healer, is just that. That person is not your friend. If you go to a healer or a therapist that is already your friend, and that person knows your problems, your issues, fine. I get that. It's going to be perhaps easier because the person already knows you. Sometimes it's even more difficult. The person cannot be outside of your problems. They are too close to you in order to analyze and give a verdict and give the healing and give, because they already know you. So some friends come to me and I said, listen, I don't want to go into that because I know how you think and I know how I think and you know the way I think. So I will send you to a colleague of mine that is equally good or even better than me, and you go to that person. If that is the case, fine. But if you go to a therapist that you have never seen before, you go to a healer that you have never seen before, and then in the session, there is a great connection. Sorry, I have a cushion. It's painful. My back is painful to be sitting like this. Maybe you go to a session and there is a great connection to the healer, male or female, and then you exchange some emails because you do some questions about how you feel after the session. Maybe you had some introspection, some thoughts. You started to receive the healing. The manifestation is starting in your life. Things start changing and you're very happy. Or perhaps you start removing emotions, so you are a little bit emotional. You are touched by the session, so you feel emotional and you feel all that. So you write an email to your healer to, I'm feeling like this and like that, and the healer answers you back. And it happens many times that clients get confused by that support, and they start writing, and then they send you a WhatsApp, and then it's two WhatsApp, and then it's WhatsApp all the time, and then it's email constantly, and then it's phone calls, and sometimes late in the night. It has happened to me to I have found myself telling a client, listen, it has been a pleasure meeting you, and I have done my best to give to you what you were looking for. And I'm very happy that you're feeling better and that you're feeling supported and that you feel the comfort of my words, of my work. Thank you for that. But there is a very fine line that a client should not trespass. And it's that thing that client think that, oh, we are friends now. No, don't do that. Don't do that. The same goes for the therapists. The same goes for the therapist. If you want another contact with the therapist or the healer, book another session. Okay, sometimes you can send an email. Listen, after your sessions, I've been having dreams, or I cannot sleep well, or I've been questioning about this. Okay, one consultation, two, but not all the time. Some people persist. No, now because I had one session with this healer, now I can send 200 messages and write to the person all the time and send WhatsApp because, okay, I paid for my session, so now the person owes me. No, you paid for that session, for one session, and for what you received in that session. And especially if you feel, some people that come to people like me, they are depressed, they are sad, they have conflicts, and they start feeling sad in the middle of the night, and then they start with the WhatsApp or the email. I'm sad, I'm thinking that I should not live anymore, and I'm drinking here, and I don't know what to do, and I cannot stop crying. You cannot do that. Remember, that is for your friends. You leave that personal comfort for your friends, for your partner, for your family, those who are supposed to do that role of holding you, hugging you, loving you, listening to you. Not for the healer. No, this is for your friends. This kind of outbursts, emotions you cannot control at 11 p.m., they are not for the healer. They are for your friends. Then you call a friend and say, my dear, can you come? I need to talk to someone. I'm not feeling right. It's for them, not for us. You want to speak with your therapist, you book a session. So I believe that this is all. I think that I gave a big view to help you find what is the best for you and how to deal with it and how to approach. Because for some people, healing is something very new. Hmm? They they tell me, I never came to I never did a cleansing, but I heard that it's very good. I never did hypnosis. Should I fear? Hmm? What should I do? Relax and trust the process. Trust the therapist that you chose. Trust your own judgment that made you choose that therapist amongst many. Trust your judgment. Trust your intelligence. Trust that you have a guide, a spirit guide, a guardian angel that for some reason took you there. And if the session is not what you expected, maybe in that situation, there is something that you need to learn. Maybe that you should not go there ever again. Maybe that technique is not for you. So you don't make again the same mistake and you don't book another session. Listen to yourself. Listen what you feel. Listen what comes out of your mind after a session. Are you happy with it? You are not. Are you happy with the person? You are not. Then don't go back there. You liked it very much. Okay. Give time to heal. And then if you feel you need more, book another session. Don't try to connect all the time with the therapist and the healer because that person also has a life and more sessions and more clients. You're not the only one. Maybe your problems are huge, and I understand. I understand that problems sometimes can be overwhelming. Life itself is overwhelming, but there is a fine line. Those issues, those problems, those tears, those conversations over a cup of coffee, a glass of wine is for your friends. That's why we have friends. The therapist is a professional help, professional guidance. And not because the therapist and the healer is not a doctor and it did not do university, it means that the work is less. It means that it's less valuable. Oh, he's just a healer. We're going to talk about that maybe in another video. You have no idea the things that sometimes we have to go through to prepare ourselves to be here for you. The things we have to deal with, and we have done it with pleasure and with honor and with passion. And I will go through everything I went through that made me the healer that I am today, if that helps you to become the best version of yourself. So Anima is saying goodbye to the tribe. I don't know how this is going to be. I don't pretend to be famous. I'm trying to help people because we are in times of change. People is looking for healing more and more. And for that to happen, people need to understand what is healing, what they can find in healing. What is a healer? How to pick them, how to choose them, how to approach the healing. Know yourself. What do you want to heal? What is happening to you? Why do you think that it's better a healer than a psychotherapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist? Do not stop consulting your GP, your doctor. Go. Holistic, it can be a complement. Accompany your treatment with your doctor. You can go to physiotherapy with a doctor to help your legs, to help your back, to help your neck. But you can also deal and go to sessions with a therapist to find out the root cause of this. What is this pain? Is it stress? Does it come from childhood? Does it come from a past life? Does it come from the responsibilities of life? That you feel alone in life and you have the burden of life, of your family, of your children on your shoulders, of your business. You can heal using both if you can afford it, of course, and if you want it. doctor, the physio, the traumatologist with your muscles. So you can combine. It doesn't mean that you see one or the other. No, you're going to receive healing and relief from both sides, the physical part and the emotional and psychological and mental part. An integral kind of healing. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that the words that I say help. Very simple, as you see. There's no big deals. Um, this is me at my home, trying to give you something you can hold on to, in order to the time you choose to do something for you in the sense of healing, and improvement and life changes or life coaching or anything you would like to do that has nothing to do with science or medicine.